A very good morning, all of you. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, which is also popularly called as NIPER. Now, this particular institute or these particular set of institutes are like IITs. Okay, it's an IIT for a pharmaceutical sciences student. Okay, so like for engineering and MSc students, we have a dream of getting into IITs. In a very similar fashion, every pharmaceutical sciences student dreams of getting into a NIPER. Now, it's also recognized as an institute of national importance by the government of India, and they have an entrance exam through which you can enroll for a PhD, and they have a fellowship as well. Now, unfortunately, it is very popular among the pharmaceutical sciences students who are doing B Pharm or M Pharm, but unfortunately, it is not very popular among the MSc candidates. There is literally no information that is available, and I myself, I am an alumni of National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research. So in this particular video, I am going to talk about the entrance examination and a little more information about what exactly are NIPERs. So there are 7 NIPERs that have been established till date. We have NIPER Mohali, or it's also called as Sasnagar, which is near Chandigarh. Then we have NIPER Raebareli, NIPER Kolkata, NIPER Hyderabad, NIPER Hajipur, that is in Bihar, NIPER Guwahati, and NIPER Ahmedabad. So these are the 7 NIPERs that have been established. Also, one more thing, if you have any topics that you want to request on which I can make a video on, you can let me know in the comment section. Now, if I talk about the NIRF rankings, so in the pharmacy category, 2 NIPERs are there in the top 5. One is National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, that is Mohali, NIPER Sasnagar or NIPER Mohali, and the other is NIPER Hyderabad. Okay, so these are the 2 NIPERs which are in the top 5. And okay, next is the seats available and the fellowship. So their fellowship is actually very prestigious, and it is at par with CSIR and UGC. Okay, that means whatever fellowship you're getting for other national examinations, the same fellowship you get over here. But the important advantage is, first of all, you get this fellowship directly from the government of India, Department of Pharmaceuticals, government of India. So it's highly prestigious. And the second thing is, it is on time. So unlike, for example, CSIR fellowship and UGC fellowship, where you have to wait for 5 months, 6 months, that is not the case over here. You don't have to worry about your fellowship. Your fellowship is always on time, and within the first week of every month, your fellowship is credited to your account. So you don't have to run around, fill forms to get your fellowship. That is not the case over here. So this is a really good thing about NIPERs. And now if I talk about the seats available, so over here I'm going to talk about MSc in those who have MSc degree, that too in chemistry. Okay, so before I talk about the seats available this year, I would just like to talk about the eligibility criteria, because many of you don't know this. So if I talk about the chemical sciences category, in the chemical sciences category, we have 4 different fields. Okay, one is medicinal chemistry, one is natural products, one is pharmacoinformatics, and one is pharmaceutical technology or process chemistry. So medicinal chemistry, I hope most of you know what exactly it is. It is basically synthesizing molecules which have certain medicinal properties. Okay, and then natural products also is somewhat similar to that. Pharmacoinformatics basically means, you might have heard about this term, computer aided drug design. So basically, using computational tools or computational chemistry, you can say, in order to develop new drugs theoretically. Okay, and then maybe if you're interested, you could also go into the synthetic process as well, but mainly it is to do with the theoretical understanding of various softwares through which you can develop or predict what could be the potential drug. So this is your pharmacoinformatics. And then we have pharmaceutical technology. So there are some faculties in the process chemistry which also deal with medicinal chemistry. But if I go with the term, what exactly is process chemistry? Process chemistry is basically scaling up a reaction. Okay, so for example, if you've done a reaction at micro scale, how can you do it at gram scale or at a larger scale? So that is what process chemistry is. But generally what you will see is that the faculties who are working in process chemistry, they have a sub-discipline of medicinal chemistry. So more or less you can say all of these 4 subcategories are dealing with medicinal chemistry, so to say. But pharmacoinformatics is significantly different in the sense that over here you require more understanding of programming languages and softwares rather than the synthetic route. On all the other 3, that is medicinal, natural products, and pharmaceutical technology, they deal with the synthetic aspect of chemistry. Now, if I talk about the eligibility criteria, so medicinal chemistry you require, I'm only talking about MSc candidates over here. So you have to have MSc specialization in organic chemistry. If you don't have that, you are not eligible to apply for the medicinal chemistry category. Similarly, for the natural product category also you need MSc in organic chemistry, and for the pharmaceutical technology category also you need MSc in organic chemistry. It is a must. It's only for pharmacoinformatics that if you have MSc in organic or physical chemistry, you are eligible. Okay, so for if you are having specialization in physical chemistry and you want to apply to NIPER, then you are only eligible for one particular category, that is pharmacoinformatics. Okay, and there are some other sub-disciplines also. See, this is in chemical sciences. So basically, if I talk about the entrance exam, the entrance exam has chemical sciences, biological sciences, and pharmaceutical sciences. Okay, so you can also apply for biotechnology, and there are a lot of seats for biotechnology. And over here, if you see the eligibility criteria, then we have MSc in organic chemistry. So you can apply for biotechnology, but then the exam will be based totally upon the biology. So if your biology is very strong, even though you are doing chemistry, you might consider applying. Okay, and similarly, in the field of pharmaceutical sciences, there is a sub-discipline called pharmaceutical analysis, which is dealing with analytical chemistry. So if you have MSc in organic or analytical chemistry, then you're eligible to apply. So either you need to have specialization in organic, or you need to have specialization in analytical or physical in order to at least apply for the NIPER. If you don't have these specializations, you are not even eligible to apply for any discipline. Okay, and if you have MSc in organic chemistry, then you have a more broader chance, because you can apply for all these 6 categories if you have MSc in organic chemistry. Apart from that, there is another eligibility criteria, that is, first of all, you need to have 60 marks or 6.75 CGPA, and second is you have to either qualify the GPAT examination, this is for pharmaceutical category, or GATE exam or NET exam. So this is mandatory, either you have to qualify the GATE or the NET exam, only then you are eligible to apply. So first you have to have MSc in organic, physical, or analytical chemistry. Apart from that, you need to qualify the GPAT, GATE, or the NET examination. Okay, one of these you need to be qualified. Now coming to the seats available, so over here I have taken only the seats in the medicinal chemistry and pharmacoinformatics. Okay, and this is your biggest chance to actually qualify and get a NIPER fellowship, because these many seats have not been released for a very long time. So if you see, like I said, I'm only talking about medicinal chemistry category. What I will do is I'll give you the link to the brochure down in the description box. Okay, so if you are applying for the first time and you are not sure, just read the brochure very carefully, even though the important points I'm mentioning over here, but still make sure that you read the brochure carefully. I will give you the link to the brochure down in the description box. So over here I'm only talking about the medicinal chemistry and the pharmacoinformatics category. There are a number of seats available for natural products also and process chemistry also, which I have not talked about over here. Like, I have only taken the seats available in medicinal chemistry. So NIPER Ahmedabad has 5 seats, NIPER Guwahati has 3 seats, NIPER Hyderabad has 7 seats in medicinal chemistry, and it has 2 seats in the pharmacoinformatics. Okay, then NIPER Kolkata has 4 seats in medicinal chemistry and 1 seat in pharmacoinformatics. Rai Bareli has 7 seats in medicinal chemistry, and Mohali or Sasnagar, whatever you like to call it, has 6 seats in medicinal chemistry and 6 seats in pharmacoinformatics. Okay, so currently, if I have to tell you, NIPER Hyderabad and NIPER Mohali are the top IIT, top NIPERs, and Ahmedabad is also following up. Okay, Ahmedabad and Guwahati are also following up. Currently, I think I've missed out Hajipur over here. I have not taken the seats for Hajipur, so they are upcoming. Like Kolkata, Rai Bareli, and Hajipur, they are, and Guwahati even, they are upcoming. Hyderabad and Mohali comparatively are well established. Okay, as you can see from the NIRF rankings also, and Ahmedabad is also steadily making a footprint in the top 10 category in the NIRF rankings. So, but if I have to talk about among the established NIPERs, so Hyderabad and Mohali are the established ones. Okay, and the important part is they are very small institutes. Okay, so if you talk about the number of students overall that are there in the institute, it is hardly 250 to 300. So in Mohali, of course, the number of students will be a little greater because we have different disciplines. But if I talk about Hyderabad, generally these institutes are very small. Okay, if you compare it to a IIT or a university, these institutes are really small in terms of the number of students also, and in terms of the campus also. Okay, right. So okay. Now talking about, before I talk about the the kind of examination and what kind of questions are asked and what is the what style of the entrance exam, before that let me tell you that the application fee for this particular exam is 3,000. okay, and application fee is 3,000, so you have to be careful when you're applying, because for some students it might be a big deal, and these are the places where the online examination might be conducted. Okay, so these are the places, or these are the cities where it will be conducted. Now, talking about the examination and whether you should fill up the form or not, because that is very, very important. So if you are fulfilling the eligibility criteria, I'm guessing only then you have come to this point wherein you want to know about the entrance examination. So like I said, it happens in 3 different sections. So one is chemical sciences, one is biological sciences, and pharmaceutical sciences, right? But of course, don't get confused over here. If you are opting for, let's say, medicinal chemistry, then you'll only have to give the exam for chemical sciences. You don't have to give the biological sciences and pharmaceutical sciences. Okay, so if you are applying for biotechnology, then you'll have to give the exam for biological sciences. So if you're applying for medicinal chemistry or pharmacoinformatics, then you have to apply for the chemical sciences category. Okay, now there are 170 questions, and all of these questions carry half mark each, so the total exam is of 85 marks, but you have to remember there are 170 questions. Okay, and they have mentioned over here that the standard of the question paper will be equivalent to the syllabus of masters in pharmaceutical sciences, MPharm, MTech pharmacology. So as you can see over here, just for the sake of it, they have written MSc over here, but the syllabus has nothing to do with MSc. Okay, so don't get confused over here. I'll talk about the syllabus and what kind of questions are asked. Then each discipline will also have questions related to general pharmaceutical sciences. So this is basically your general aptitude and your general knowledge about pharmaceutical sciences, like what are the latest approved drugs or something of that sort. That it could be very general questions that any pharmaceutical student should know of. Okay, then the duration of the examination is 2 hours. So now you can understand that how quick you have to be, because there are 170 questions and you just have 120 minutes to answer those 170 questions, and there is a negative marking of 25%. Okay, so it's like a CSR examination wherein you get 4 marks for the right answer and 1 mark for the for getting the wrong one. So 25% marks are deducted. Similarly, it's just that the over here half marks are given for each question, but 25% marks are deducted for the wrong answer. Okay, and then there's an interview also which carries 15 marks. So this is the overall examination of 100 marks. 85 marks are objective based questions and 15 marks are your interview round. Okay, now only if you qualify in the objective examination, only then you are basically eligible to give the interview. If you don't qualify in the objective examination, you will not be eligible to give the interview. Okay, and even if you have the CSR JRF fellowship, even then you need to qualify this exam if you have that fellowship, because even if you even if you have a fellowship of your own but you're not able to clear this objective entrance examination, you are not eligible to apply to the, or you're not eligible to to be enrolled in NIPER. Even though sometimes the NIPERs outside the entrance exam, like outside this particular entrance exam, they also sometimes come up with notification wherein they ask for CSR JRF candidates. But if you are applying through this particular examination and you have your own fellowship, you have to qualify this examination. Only then you will be eligible. Just because you have your own fellowship, that does not make you eligible for this, for getting enrolled into the NIPER. Okay, now talking about the chemical sciences examination. So it's very tricky over here because you have 4 categories like we had discussed, right? So you had your medicinal chemistry, natural products, pharmacoinformatics, and pharmaceutical technology. Okay, now it depends on the examiners. Sometimes medicinal chemistry is given higher weightage, sometimes natural products is given higher weightage, sometimes pharmacoinformatics is given higher weightage. So the chemical sciences examination has questions from all of these 4 topics, but the weightage depends upon exam to exam. Sometimes medicinal chemistry is given high weightage, sometimes natural product is given, sometimes pharmacoinformatics is given. Now, to be very honest, I qualified this examination, and not bragging, but I'm telling you with full honesty that after I qualified the examination, for the next 3-4 years, till now, basically since the time I have qualified the exam till now, and before me also, for as far as I know, like 4-5 years before me, nobody qualified this examination who was from MSc category. Okay, and the reason why is, first of all, you have a lot of questions based on general pharmaceutical sciences, right? Now I like to remain up to date with all these information. Like I generally know about what are the important pharmaceutical drugs that are there in the market, and what are their usage, and what are the latest approved drugs. So I generally like to have a general knowledge of sciences, of pharmaceutical sciences. So that was one plus. Secondly, in my time when I gave the examination, there was a lot of weightage given to medicinal chemistry. Now, if the weightage is given to medicinal chemistry, there will be questions based upon drugs, based upon properties of medicinal compounds, and also a lot of questions from organic chemistry, core organic chemistry, right? So that was something that was an advantage in my particular exam, because a lot of weightage was given to organic chemistry, and since I had a specialization in organic chemistry, I could do a lot of questions from there. Secondly, there were a lot of questions from natural products also. Now, the questions in natural products are slightly different than what you see from the chemistry category. Like, for example, they might ask you about marine drugs in natural products. Okay. They might ask you about some natural compounds and what kind of drugs are derived from those natural compounds. So the questions could be very ambiguous, and that is why it makes difficult for a MSc candidate to qualify, because like it has been mentioned also, the syllabus is to do with the MS category. That means who have done MTech or masters, not our masters. Like after B Farm, after BTech we have MTech. Similarly, after B Farm we have M Farm. So the examination syllabus is that of M Farm, and in M Farm they study a lot of these topics. So that is why it makes difficult for MSc candidate to qualify the exam. Then in pharmacoinformatics, there are questions based on, like for example, various softwares that are used. Okay, then what are the basis of these softwares, like on what kind of principle these softwares work. There could be questions on, someone who is doing computational chemistry, they might know a lot about the questions that come in pharmacoinformatics. Like for example, they might ask about basis set. I'm not sure if a lot of you have even heard about this term, basis set. So that is why overall this examination becomes really, really tough. So I will try to arrange some question papers so that you can have an idea before applying. Like I said, the application fee is very high, so make a smart choice before applying. I'm not trying to discourage you or demotivate you by saying that after me or before me there was no MSc candidate who qualified this examination. I'm just trying to portray the truth over here so that you don't make a mistake, and you don't just end up applying and you know nothing about the examination. So I will try to arrange a question paper. I'll try to find it out from my sources, because they don't come out with a question paper. So I'll see if I can find one, and I will let you know. Okay. And what else? Okay, so these are the important dates and time. So you have the application open from 9th April, and the last date to apply is 8th May. So you have time, don't worry. I will try and provide you a question paper or just a sample of the question paper, so you can make a educated guess or educated choice whether you want to apply for this exam or not. Okay. And one more thing, if you are an MSc candidate, this is also a big thing. When you qualify the exam, and let's say you get the fellowship, okay, NIPER fellowship that comes from government of India, and you join a particular NIPER, you have to go through a very extensive coursework. Okay, so because you come from MSc category, so you need to do a lot of courses which are taught in MS. For example, drug design, which are not really something that you have studied in your MSc, right? So it is very difficult for MSc candidate in the first year, because there's a lot of coursework. So it's like you have entered your masters again, because you have very different topics, like some topic from pharmaceutical sciences, you have topics from toxicology, you have topics from drug design, you have topics from process chemistry. So there are very extensive topics which you haven't studied before, so it becomes all the more difficult for you to do well in the coursework. So again, not discouraging, but I'm just informing you that these are the things that you will have to face. So for the first 1 year, you will be doing extensive coursework, okay, and you will not have much time to do research. That is also one thing that you need to keep in mind, and there are a lot of credits you need to clear. So I'm not saying it's difficult, you will be able to clear it, but there are a lot of new things that you need to cope up with when you join NIPER. So these are some of the things that you need to keep in mind. But in the end, like I said, they have a very prestigious fellowship, and a few of the NIPERs are doing really well. A few of the faculties are doing really well. So it is a good position, or it is a good place to apply. And of course, there are many others as well, but it is one of the good places to apply. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would kindly request you to do that. Just think of it as a way to motivate me to make more such videos. And I will be back with another video really soon. So till then, bye bye, take care, good night. I'm teaching live on the Unacademy platform in the CSIR UGC NET category, where I'm taking both the free classes as well as the paid courses. So if you want to get access to the free classes, all you have to do is download the Unacademy app, and when joining the CSIR UGC NET category, you have to use the unlock code, that is SETHI. This is absolutely free of cost and you will get access to all my classes. While if you want to take the paid subscription or the plus subscription, there is a subscription fee for that, and if you want some discount on the subscription fee, you can use the referral code SETHI. This will give you 10% discount. On top of that, you will also get access to my WhatsApp group, where I frequently post a lot of updates related to exams and other things. In addition, with the plus subscription, what all benefits you are going to get? Well, you can watch all my sessions. Apart from that, you can watch other sessions that are available from other educators in the CSIR UGC NET category. You will also get a frequent mock test for the examination for your practice, and some doubt solving sessions as well. So if you're interested in joining the plus platform, you can definitely check out the free classes first and then take a decision to take the plus classes. Do not forget to use these referral codes. This will give you a discount for the plus subscription, and this code you have to use when you're joining the app to get access to all my free classes.